Lesson 44 through 46. This is a complete change of scenery, and my young students especially really love this unit. It's the last unit that I normally teach. I usually stop at lesson 46 and I don't go on unless I have a kid or a student, adult student, who really understands rhythms very well, or they've already had prior experience with these rhythms. It's definitely, the last few pages are definitely something I absolutely teach to my students. I just don't find it really necessary at this stage. So there is a I Can Read Music Volume 2 available. I did a review on it and just an overview, so that in case you're not familiar with that book, you can just get acquainted with it and see if you might be interested in purchasing one and taking a look at it. So especially if you're a teacher, I would highly recommend you take a look and consider it, as part of your daily arsenal as you're teaching all those fabulous students. In volume 2, we definitely cover the topics that are covered from this book, lesson 47 to lesson 50. Those are the final pages, and I do leave that topic until I just shelve it for a later date when I feel that they are ready. The things that are covered in there, I will talk about that later. I will do a bonus video at another time on that information, and it gets kind of advanced. It actually covers topics that even sometimes like college music majors have a little bit of trouble with. So it's a really interesting topic. I love to discuss it, but I just feel it's better at the right time when the student is ready to really understand it, and then they find it to be really interesting rather than it feeling overwhelming and totally confusing and stressful. So I just would rather just avoid that. So as far as we're concerned, this is the final unit for the rhythm, and then I'll show you what I have my students do after they're done saying every single rhythm in this book. Then we get to something really exciting. So lesson 44, 45, 46 covers the topic of the triplet. So the triplet looks like this. I'll give you a close-up shot. It basically has one beam going across, and it has a slanty 3. I guess this 3 doesn't look very slanted, but normally they are. They're in italics. Sometimes there's even this kind of curvy line going kind of through the 3 over the notes or underneath the notes. And that shows us that they want us to have 3 eighth note type notes within one pulse. So the best way I usually describe this is we have let's say a sheet of paper that represents 1 beat. Okay, if I fold it in half and then I show you the 2 halves, that would be the typical eighth note, right? Eighth, like pizza. So that's that. But if I take the same piece of paper and then I fold it into thirds, and then you can see the thirds, right? So now the paper size has remained the same. So we are still dealing with a duration of 1 beat. So basically, like, that paper represents a quarter note, or that paper represents blue. All right, so but now that same amount of time has been divvied up into 3 notes. So it's like triplets, right? 1, 2, 3. Instead of 1, 2, 1, 2, we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this is the point where I usually ask my students, so which one is longer, right? The regular eighth note or the triplet eighth note? And because I have shown them visually, they answer me right away and tell me the regular eighth note is longer or bigger, right? Takes up more space, and the triplet eighth note takes up less space. Now the triplet, for the triplet I use the word pineapple. You could also say triplet or you could say 1, 2, 3, but that one I don't use very much. So pineapple, all right, would be the word pineapple. So pineapple for one for each note head there. And it's really important to make sure that we keep each note equal. They all have to be equal length, equal duration. Sometimes at this point, students might lengthen either the first note or the last note by accident. They don't realize it. So it's important to keep it rolling. So let's say 4 pineapples in a row together. Pineapple, 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 pineapple. So here's the beat. And the pineapple sounds like this. Pineapple, 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 pineapple. So if we were to alternate blues and pineapple, that's another good exercise to do. We can try that real quick. So we'll say blue, then pineapple, and then keep alternating, okay? Blue, pineapple, blue, pineapple, blue, pineapple, blue, pineapple. And that's it. So why don't we try line 1 together? Ready, and blue, blue, pineapple, blue, pineapple, blue, pineapple, 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 blue. Lesson 45 has the same things, and now we've added in the rest and a half note as well. So let's try one that has both of those. Let's do line 4. Okay, ready, and pineapple, blue, blue, pineapple, blue, 2, blue, pineapple. And then lesson 46 has more of the same, and then finally there's this lone dotted half note that we haven't seen in a long time. So there's our little reunion right there. This is the last page you're going to cover, and then I'll show you how I go back through the whole book with our instrument. Why don't we go ahead and do line 4 just to get reacquainted with this little guy here. So here we go. Ready, and blue, blue, 2, pineapple, 2, 3. If you feel at this point that it was a lot of information, too much information, then just flip through the book, you know, do a test line, right? Say it. If you feel it went well, then move on, right? And just keep going through. If you break it up unit by unit the way I've done, basically that would be a quick way to make sure you just get a little sample of every new thing. That's kind of how I designed my videos. So you can try that, and if you find that there's one that you don't remember, then go ahead and watch that video again, and just, you know, stay on it for a while and practice it some more, and then keep going until you've kind of checked up, done a little test run on every new concept in the book. And then if you've gone to the end and you feel pretty confident, then you're ready to go on. And I'm going to go ahead and show you in my next video coming up soon, hopefully, what I do next.